Every day I imagine a place where I can be with you. Do, 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 do. I think we're live. Hello. Let me just pull up my Twitch thing really quick, then we can get started. That sound good? I think that sounds good. Pop out. There we go. All right, looks good. I think we can close that. ASMR, yay! All right, we're good. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party. To the 4th of July. 4th of July bash. Anyway, I have a bunch of stuff ready to go. It's been a while since I've done a stream. What's wrong with me? I should stream more often. I don't know why I don't do it. Anyway, so I've been avoiding doing streaming because of my job, but seeing as I don't have one anymore, it doesn't really matter, does it? Fuck you at the library. Fuck you guys. Anyway, we got stuff to do. I got a bunch of lists here ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got something good in the suggestions tab as well. How are all of you doing? What's up? How's everything? Is the stream doing okay? I hope it is. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. I actually don't remember. I don't remember what I set it to. Okay, looks like we have it set at 720. Good, good, excellent. So, let us get started, shall we? Give me 1 second. Let me look at it. What is up with this? Looks like there's like a weird border around. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Easy peasy. I was in the middle of playing Danganronpa. I don't know what that is. Well, don't like... don't stop. Oh, it's anime. It's anime. Wait, I don't want to move that. Stop. I am clearly messed up today. It's anime. Gross. All right. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Happy 4th of July, everyone. You have no right to call other people a weeb, Fox Jade. Okay, yeah, let's start with a little warm-up, because this was just so good. From Ruben Clips. Dave Rubin shares an interesting idea to discourage effeminate boys from transitioning. Just give them more testosterone to make them more masculine. God, let's hear it.
I think all of this stuff, man, if you think all of this stuff can be solved by just adjusting testosterone and puberty blockers and all of these things, it's like, well, if you had a little boy who was effeminate, how about we just give him more testosterone? I don't know the full science behind that, but if instead of...
Really? You don't know the full science behind that, huh?
Saying, oh, let's transition you to the other gender, which is a pretty big lift. How about maybe we just give you a little more testosterone? I don't know the full science.
That's kind of interesting.
But the idea of it
Oh,
is sort
God.
of interesting, right?
It is.
So instead of giving you hormones, we're going to give you hormones. Although, that would probably be considered a form of child abuse. Like, yeah, I'm going to give hormones to a kid who clearly doesn't want it. Christ. What a bad idea. Dumb, stupid sellout. Did I hear about the shooting that just happened? I don't know, John Doe. Which one are you possibly referring to? Listen, here in the United States... Well, I don't even need to say. Was it a 4th of July thing? If I just Google shooting, what comes up? Oh, there's a 4th of July thing. There was one that also happened in Copenhagen, Sweden, like yesterday. But that's not the United States. Jesus Christ. At least 31 people with injuries? Oh my god. Now, a lot of that could be like getting trampled. I almost say trampoline. Yeah, trampolines can be dangerous, but I don't think that's what we're talking about here. All right, what have we got? Yeah, okay. The vast majority of victims suffered gunshot wounds. Yeah. That's great. There were some injuries caused by the chaos. Well, sometimes, every once in a while you hear a story of like, oh, there was a shooting, but it's like one person shot one other person, and then 30 people get injured trying to run away. Yeah, and it's 4th of July, so there's like firecrackers and everything going off, so... Yeah. Where I live, there's been firecrackers and fireworks going off the entire last week. They don't stop. Never mind, you know... No, there's no burn going on right now. No burning. Don't start fires. Don't... And half of these fireworks are not legal here. Because Arizona is a very dry state with a very high fire hazard. All right, let's get to the good stuff, shall we? All right, that was a clip. Do we want to do Jordan Peterson first or Joe Rogan first? Or I think those are the two beefy segments. The rest is just minor stuff. I know Vosh did this recently, but I saw it before he did.
Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino. I'm Eric Drayton's Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting.
Yeah.
The rhino feeds on corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice.
Larf.
Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
Now, hold on one second here. As fun as this is, and this is like a fun shot, and I'm not gonna lie, wouldn't it make more sense if you're like raiding an office instead of some random residential home? I know this is probably like the only one he could get because it's unoccupied, no one's living in it, no one's using it, but it would make more sense if it's like we're doing this in a series of offices and whatnot. Also, you know, you probably shouldn't encourage people committing acts of mass violence. It's probably a bad idea. Political, I don't know. Just seems like a bad idea. Is this what I... Yeah, okay. This one is a little crooked. Give me a second here. Alright, there we go. Okay. That was fun. LARP. 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 Kyle Ritt. Oh god, I just closed the tab and it said Kyle Rittenhouse was trending. What's he trending for this time? He was... You know, Shark30 did a few videos talking about Kyle Rittenhouse met Tobuscus, the old YouTuber back in the day. And then he did another video following up. Tobuscus just completely fallen off. Like his videos, he used to be like such a big YouTube guy. Toby Turner, yeah. I remember him back in the day. Hold on. We're not gonna do a segment on this, but like...
Hello.
Christ. Oh, this is a different channel. Sorry, 1 second here. Schizo arc right now? I think he's been having it for many years of his life. So, oh my god. You look at his channel. I need to make myself smaller. Now I realize why I was a square. Oh no, hold on. Let's just bump that down. There we go. You look at his channel. These are like the most popular things. 10 years ago. He was popping off. He's like getting 40, 20 million views a video. Amazing. And then the newest stuff, it's been a while. Quite a few years now. But anyway, look at his other channel, Toby Turner. And it's all him. Oh god, let's take a look.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click.
See, it's all a lot more recent on here, but I met Kyle Rittenhouse. Jesus. Are you that desperate?
Again,
Are you that desperate for views? Really, Toby?
no audience. What a freaking time! I feel like I've been so confused over the years, trying to
Oh, well, there we go.
figure stuff out myself, and it's hard because it's like people are supposed to communicate with each other, and it's difficult when people don't like to communicate or they get really
By the way, 4,000 views. So
emotional
he's on my
about
level
the
now.
things that they think because they're so confident that they're correct that they won't even consider something else. And then they'll be like, okay, well, cancel this person. Don't listen to their views. Don't try to win them over because why? I mean, the point of debate and like,
Are we good? Are we back? Okay, we look like we're back.
honesty is like, communicating honestly is because you want to genuinely just be like, hey, oh, well, this is why this is this way. And here's this thought group. And, which one do you think? And like, well, I like this one. But like, well, hold on, but this one has this. But, yes, but I like that one anyway. But hold on. You sure you like that one? Because this one's really, really good in this way. I'm like, no, but I like this one.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's frustrating. Because, like, in America, we have this whole, Constitution, Bill of Rights, which says that every
Yeah,
person...
but Trump got rid of that when he said he was going to get rid of all the excess regulation. So we don't have it anymore.
is equal under God, which is the most important thing in the world, I think. I mean, because if you look at Germany, fascism, not Germany now, but 100 years ago.
Oh boy.
Blink of an eye ago, not that long ago in history. But their whole government, their whole thing was that government was the pinnacle, the nationalism of Germany.
I feel like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Plus they combined this with, well, there's a superior group.
Anyway, April 8th, 2016, Turner's ex-girlfriend, April Fletcher, blah, 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 made several allegations against the YouTuber, including he was addicted to drugs, cheated on several of his former partners, and that he drugged and raped her in February 2013. Oh my God. Fletcher claimed she had contemplated suicide following the episodes and that Turner had likely committed the same acts to other women. YouTuber and ex-girlfriend of Turner, Amelia Talon, corroborated Fletcher's account shortly after, alleging she had been drugged by Turner as well. April 2016, Well, the next day, Jacqueline Glenn, another of Turner's ex-girlfriends, posted a video on YouTube responding to the allegations. Glenn claimed that Turner had affairs in their relationship, and that while she thought the rape allegations were possible, she personally believed they were untrue. Former girlfriends, these two denied they were ever assaulted by Turner, though Murphy admitted Turner was not faithful to her. While not endorsing the rape allegations, both former Turner girlfriend Tara Babcock and former collaborator of Turner, Philip DeFranco, attested that Turner has a drug problem, is non-monogamous in his relationships, and needs mental help. I'm gonna be honest, already that one paragraph is like several times the number of relationships I've ever had. I don't know. When you combine that with drug stuff, I don't trust this person. Let's let this go a little bit longer.
Group of people, and there are people that are not as good, so they'll be ranked accordingly. There are people that, based on their race or whatever, they're you know,
let's skip ahead. I feel like we're not missing.
Or people that come from the same descendants or whatever, and that's a humanity thing. It's like it's like, what is the end game of humanity? I mean, it seems like it tends towards the idea of victory, and so in some people's minds, corrupt people, they'll be like, oh, victory.
All right, I've heard enough of that. And he just keeps fucking posting, and they're all car rant videos. Is he wearing blue in all of them? No, this one's a lighter blue. That's more of an aqua. All right, I'm sorry. Trans kids are kids.
Big pet food.
I don't think Shark looked at this one. I gotta look at it. Can this man finish a thought? He's on drugs. No. The allegations were false, as far as I know. Do you know? Because sometimes allegations like that, there's not really any proof one way or another. Because especially if it's happened pretty far in the past. So I don't know. I know the way he talks and the way he acts is not that of a mentally sane person.
Once again, audience. Holy crap! Oh, I hate these unedited videos.
And don't do
They're
it.
the worst. I can't say anything skirting along the line of anything at all. But I just heard.
Hello, once again, audience.
I heard just.
Sorry, stop. Shut up. Hold on. Okay,
some
let's go.
stories about people talking about, trans kids, and people get so worked up about kids that find out they're actually the other gender, or find out one of the what is it, 86 plus the original 2, which are boring, like who wants to be those, but 88 genders on Facebook. And if you want some doctor to help you realize your real identity, why not just have them pay them $20,000 to take a scalpel to whichever parts
Kids can't get surgery. Well, not trans affirming surgery, at least, or gender affirming surgery, but not that I would expect this guy to know that.
of your body need to fit who you really are.
Yeah, you got to be 18 in the U.S. And depending on the state, it's either 18 or like extreme mitigating circumstances. But
I always thought it would be, as a kid, I was like, I want to be a lot stronger. I really feel like I'm not a nerd. I feel like I'm not a geeky nerd with glasses and braces. Okay? So guess what? I took them off. I took off my braces and I had nicer teeth, and I took off my glasses and shot lasers into them. And voila! Why shouldn't you be able to be a Pegasus and then put some big wings on and then fly around like a pony? Like a sky pony, my little sky pony.
what are you getting at?
Unfortunately, I didn't realize that's what I was as a kid until much later. So I already went through human puberty. But I imagine we can help some of these kids by preventing their body from administering the hormones required for the development that only happens
He's lost it.
once in your life, like growing your connective tissue strength, growing your muscles, lowering your voice, all these things that can't ever be undone once they're done once. It's
Actually, they can be undone, but doesn't really happen very often, but it can. Not that I expect him to know. Everything he's saying seems like a weird schizophrenic stream of consciousness rant, picking up on little things he's heard from other people and from Facebook.
I'm just saying, like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I do not advise you to take your braces off yourself. That's a good idea. That's a good point. Yeah, that seems like a... Oh, that's where it all went wrong with him. Now it's starting to make sense.
You know, and I know, like, we've tested, drugs are amazing, okay? We live in an amazing age. We somehow...
Oh, wait. Did you hear that, guys?
Tested, drugs are amazing, okay?
We got him, boys. That's it. That's all we needed to hear. Let me record that, actually. That was... Let me get that as a clip.
What's wrong with that? You know, and I know, like, we've tested, drugs are amazing, okay? We live in an amazing age.
That's going to be a stream notification. Drugs are amazing. I think that's what got you into this mess in the first place.
Hope I didn't lose you.
Let's hear the Rittenhouse one.
Because I posted a picture of me being with this fella by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse that my buddy was working with, and I really wanted to meet this kid. I was so excited. I wanted to meet him ever since I saw the whole video where he unfortunately took the lives of a couple convicted pedophiles. And he didn't go looking for that. They attacked him first. It's not like he was like a pet.
I wanted to meet Elliot Rodger the moment I first saw him in that video. He was a supreme gentleman.
People should stop praising him for hunting pedophiles. He didn't even know. He didn't even know they were pedophiles. He probably thought they were black. No, he knew they were white. And they were maybe burning down the city. And
I feel like that's probably not the best defense of murdering people. Anyway, we look at his channel here. Most of these videos in recent oh god, this is all like in the last month. Jesus. But see, it's all him in the car, right? Him in the car, him in the car, him in the car, him in the car, him in the car. 9 months ago. He had a gap here. And then a little bit beyond this, here he is in the car, but he's wearing different shirts, so it's not all like in the same day. Here in the car, but there's some other stuff here. And then a little bit further down, these are a few years ago, he's doing other stuff. Here he is in Colombia. Here he is in Panama. Yeah, here he is talking about a Tesla. Okay. Here he is in a convention. That's pretty cool. So like somewhere within, I don't know, somewhere within the last 2 years, just his brain just broke, I guess. And now it's just car rant videos. That's kind of sad. Oh well. Some men you just can't reach. Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes people, their brains just stop working. And there's not really anything you can do about it. Let's see where this all went wrong. What's wrong with me? Oh, that's a convenient name. Let's take a look at that one. Give me a second here.
Funny, Toby, and so right in everything you say. Toby's the only YouTuber that puts a smile on my face. Definitely enjoying the vlogs. Nice diamond sword.
It's like he's like reading through his legacy, like he used to be an Olympic runner, and he's looking at his medals and remembering what he once was. But he's sad because he knows he will never relive that moment and never recapture the legacy of what he was. He put his entire being into being Tobuscus, and he will never have it again, and it's broken him as a man.
Bracelet. Bro, you gotta get on the SMP live server with Carson. Man, these make me miss. Oh my god, hey, sorry.
Look at that. That was like an actual setup and a punchline. That was like good. What the fuck happened?
Sorry, there's a whole nother camera over there. I did that on purpose. I mean, I started recording on this camera and then I was reading comments out loud because I knew I was recording myself. I mean, I wasn't just doing it in my car by myself. Why would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. Wow, so somebody, oh God, this guy's about to smash into me. Oh my God, oh my God. Sorry guys.
That's not funny.
Literally, this car just like come creeping up. I was like, I'm gonna get smacked into. Smashed. So someone asked me some question today, a couple questions. They were like, hey Toby, I've been watching your content for years now.
And what the hell is wrong with
I really
you?
love your content, it's so great. But I'll be totally honest with you. I can tell there's something horribly wrong.
Immediately schizo again. Yep.
What is it?
All right. This will be the last.
Oh my
Turner
God!
video we do.
What
That's
a
enough.
mind! What a mind boop that is. You get that kind of a message. You're like, I know you're just. She's like, I see you trying to pretend to be happy, but I can just tell that there's just something horribly wrong. I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking, what's wrong? And then my brain's like, oh, let me find all the stuff that's wrong in life so I can accurately be like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And then I just got immediately so down. Isn't that funny? I had a friend that would always ask me what was wrong. Like I would say something and she could just tell something wasn't right. But if you think about it, no one ever doesn't not have something wrong. It feels nice out. I fit in my clothes better. I had a deep, dark, gorgeous tan. Still got this thing happening. That's in the wrong department. But I really love the, oh cool, turn off my air conditioning, great. Why? It's a battery powered car. What are you running out of battery? No, you have tons of battery left. You have tons of battery, 191 miles left of battery. I just need to turn off the air because I don't like you sitting in me and just hanging out like I'm just some kind of air conditioning unit. What is it, upset that I'm not
Average Tesla driver, everyone.
pushing it to the limit? Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, talk about that. The idea of asking someone what's wrong. Like, I can tell, trust me, something's wrong. And it's not like it's the worst question ever. But for me, I don't really, maybe, all right. There's a couple things. Because there's some things you can't control that are wrong, that suck your life out. Stuff happens to you just like it's like a wrecking ball to your soul. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I guess my responsible way to answer that question, even in my head, is the world is beautiful, nothing's wrong.
We're like 3 minutes in and he hasn't really gotten to the fucking point.
Everything's lovely. Because why go down this rabbit hole of how much horrible stuff can you find in your life, and then share it on Twitter? No. But what's right? My parents are both still alive. That's
Yeah, they're lovely. This Tobuscus, he used to be a big YouTuber popping off in the day. This is him now. I don't know, something went wrong.
It's not always going to be the case. I've been chilling with my dad. He's the illest.
Okay, I think we've probably gotten all we're going to get out of this. Let's watch one of his videos from back in the day. This is like his most viewed video on the Tobuscus YouTube channel. 91 million views. That's pretty good. I can swing my sword, Minecraft song. I hope that's not a euphemism for his penis, but we'll find out.
Do you like my sword, my diamond sword? You cannot afford my diamond sword.
Okay, I don't like it.
Even if you got, I have a patent. No one else can make a sword exactly in this manner. Welcome to my manner. I swing my sword. So whenever I get bored, I can swing my sword. I can swing my sword. Once I hit
No, this is what the kids like, isn't it?
the floorboards, but I had it restored.
His voice sounds crazy even back then.
And it was expensive, but it was a
The
write-off.
rapist.
Swinging is my business, and by that I mean swinging swords. Please do not ignore. Do you like my sword? That was,
Wait a minute. Let me hear that again.
but it was a write-off. Swinging is my business, and by that I mean swinging swords. Please
swinging is my business, and by that I mean swinging swords. He did. Every girlfriend he's had has said he's cheated on them. Every girlfriend and coworkers he's had has said he's been unfaithful. It was a self-report even back then. Heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Fuck you, Toby Turner. All right, we're done. We're done with that one. Okay. We've given him enough entertainment. Or enough, we've looked at him enough. Yeah, no more. Make it stop. Stop. No more of him. Get him out of here. Copyrighted it. I know, what a fucking... Beta. How does that piece of trash have copyright? You can copyright like anything. Let me see here. All right, let's move on, shall we? I really want to talk about Jordan Peterson. Let's talk about Jordan Peterson. Alrighty. Let's start the segment, shall we? We're recording. Hello, everybody. Say hi to the segment, I guess. Okay. A little while back, after Jordan Peterson had his meltdown over the thick women, he got himself banned from Twitter because he's doing us a great service. Okay, this is from Michaela Peterson, or Michaela Fuller now, whatever. Wow, at Jordan B. Peterson got a Twitter strike. No more Twitter until he deletes the tweet. Definitely not a free speech platform at the moment. At Elon Musk. I would be shocked if Elon Musk actually goes through with the buying of Twitter. I don't see it happening. Anyway, let's see what he had to say. Also, he said he was like done with Twitter and wasn't going to post on Twitter. I guess that was a lie. What a shock. All right. We've temporarily limited some of your account features. What happened? We determined this account violated the Twitter rules specifically for violating our rules against hateful conduct. Okay. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. As a result, we've limited your account features, blah, blah, blah. You can start, yeah. Your account will be restored in 12 hours if you delete this one tweet. Okay, sounds fair. That's more than I got, by the way, when they banned me from Twitter the first time. And the tweet says... Okay, Jorpo voice. Remember when Pride was a sin? And Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. I have no idea what this link goes to. Hold up. Maybe I should take a look. It's probably something about June 22nd. Probably something about Pride Month. Oh God, let's see. TCR/RXCLH. All right, what we got? That is a dead link. Amazing. Hold on, I may have typed it in wrong. And it's also a dead link. Okay, there's nothing to see here. Literally. Nothing to see here. If anyone knows what he links to, I don't know. Tell me, I guess. I don't really care. So, it looks to me like he just said this unprompted. I don't know. If you don't know, Ellen Page is the former dead name of an actress. Or... Hold on a second. Let me just pull up the person. Elliot Page. Trans Man came out a few years ago. You may remember. You might remember. Hold on. I'm already blanking on the name. Yeah. You might remember Juno. Yeah. Back then. Michael Cera, Ellen Page. See? Top right there. Top left there. Now Elliot Page. Very happy. Very nice. Good for him. Anyway. I don't know why. I don't think Elliot Page even knows who Jordan Peterson is. Maybe he does now, I bet. Anyway, I don't see the point of this tweet unless there's like something at this link that's this dead link that I don't see. I don't know why someone would even say something like this. This is pretty rude. But anyway, he's not content to leave it at that. Jorpo is an unstable lunatic. Let's take a look at what happened next. What happened next was a Liberty Mutual Liberty Mutual insurance ad started playing. Hold on a second. We're gonna let this go. Okay. Not content to just delete the tweet and move on with his life. Hold on. I think the link was to some article talking about working with her new show and she's in as trans positive or something. Okay, that's fine. Probably not really important. We don't really care then. We're not really here for that. We're here for this guy's meltdown. Okay. Not content to leave it at that, he uploaded a 15-minute video crying about this. All right, let's see it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello!
A few days ago, I penned an irritated tweet in response to...
Well, that's your first mistake, Jorpo.
...one of the latest happenings on the increasingly heated culture war front. In response to the decision of an actress...
Oh, God, he's got the Daily Wire angles.
...actor named Ellen...
Sorry.
In response to the decision of an actor named Ellen Elliot Page...
That was weird. Why would you do that? That's
I am employing this awkward and impossible naming style because it is now apparently mandatory and am probably doing it wrong nonetheless, as you're doing it wrong is the whole point of what has been made mandatory. But also, I'm trying to make a point. I've essentially...
Well, you're doing a pretty bad job at making the point, I'm afraid. Hold on one second. Isn't Elliot Page his legal name now? I am pretty certain it is. I don't see anything here, but I'm betting it is. Anyway, let's go.
Essentially been banned from Twitter as a consequence.
Yeah.
I say banned.
Yeah.
Although technically I have been suspended.
Yeah.
But the suspension will not...
Talk shit, get hit. Easy as that.
...not be lifted unless I delete the hateful tweet in question, and I would rather die than do that.
The vaccine, then die. What do we do, argue with you? I'm not on the debate team. This isn't mock trial. Aren't you worried about the side effects? I'm worried about the disease.
That's enough.
And hopefully it will not come to that, although who the hell knows in these increasingly strange days. What was it that I said
Let's hear
that
it.
caused such a fuss? And that fuss.
What was it that I said that caused such a fuss? I don't know, probably this part. Ellen Page had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. That part sounds pretty bad. It's pretty obvious that there's like no reason to say this unless you just want to like attack Elliot Page. Elliot Page did nothing to you, and this is a very, very obviously a targeted attack. You wouldn't say something like this to anybody else who's not a trans man. I mean, quite literally, right there in the rules, gender identity. Yep, that's it. That you did. You broke the rules. Now you're making a big deal about it because you want to make money off of it, because you've always wanted to be a big YouTube star, even back in the day.
And even more importantly, and
yeah, let's go.
Complexly, what exactly was it that I said that resulted in the ban?
Well, I just told you you broke the rules.
Here's the tweet in question.
Unprompted. Hey!
Remember when pride was a sin?
Why are you showing this? It makes you look like a loser.
And Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. And then a link to a story that detailed out
Wouldn't that also, like, wouldn't it be a surgeon, not a physician?
happenings. The response from Twitter, quote, violating our rules against hateful conduct.
Yes.
You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of
Yell, that's gonna make your point come across better, Jorpo.
race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease.
Also, it's like what Bill C-16 did when they added gender and gender identity and gender expression to the Canadian Human Rights Code. And it included all that as well, but you never mentioned any of that stuff when you were talking about Bill C-16. You know, Bill C-16's compelling speech because gender identity, gender expression, but the other stuff wasn't. It's just funny. I'm just getting flashbacks to that when I did that video. Surgeons are physicians? Okay, well, I guess that makes... Hey, I dropped out of college, okay? Cut me some slack.
By clicking delete, you acknowledge that your tweet violated the Twitter rules. Delete.
Okay. All surgeons are... You're right. All surgeons are physicians, but not all physicians are surgeons. There we go. That explains it.
If you think we've made a mistake, submit an appeal to us. Please note that, should you do so, your account will remain locked.
God, he's such a little bitch.
While we review your appeal. Let's take this apart.
Let's take this apart, Jopo. First, you broke the rules. You attacked someone without provocation. You specifically attacked them by their identity. Yeah. You specifically attacked the fact that they were a transgender person. Adding to that, you also attacked the fact that they had surgery done to affirm that transition. So, you broke the rules, you got clapped. That's all there is to it.
It is clearly the case that I did not promote violence against.
No, that's part of the... Fucking idiot. Hold up. Did I move it? Here it is. See, it's not just violence. It's violence against, threaten, or harass other people. That harassment is part of it. It's just a catch-all umbrella because they're not going to write out an individual point for every single possible thing. All right, let's go.
Or threaten anyone.
You did harass.
So that leaves the arguably lesser sin of harass.
Yes.
Let's assume, since I wasn't informed, that that was the crime. And further, harassment on the basis of so-called gender identity, since Twitter did not do me the favor of actually specifying my crime, and there are...
Oh my God. What a fucking baby. You know what you did, you piece of shit.
There are many possibilities on that front. We unfortunately have to guess at why this has occurred, and that's actually a big problem in and of itself, and also indicative of the utter carelessness of the Twitter organization.
You know, half the people who get banned from Twitter don't even get told the reason why. Like, fucking grow up, you fucking baby. You're like 60-something. Why? Why are you crying like this? He's crying like this because he wants to get money out of this. That's what the grift is these days.
With regard to the propriety of its own censorial actions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Mr. Thesaurus. No one gives a fuck.
At least know exactly what I did wrong.
You know what you did.
I'm required to acknowledge that my tweet violated the Twitter rule.
Oh my God, you know what you did wrong. It's right there. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me, Jorpo.
Rules. What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly.
Okay, wait, we gotta get that one.
The Twitter rules. What rules, you sons of bitches?
Pure anarchy. What rules, you sons of bitches? Where? You can't stop me. You can't ban me from Twitter.
Exactly. Precisely. Because such things matter when the accusations start flying. So what did I say that might constitute harassment?
You attacked Elliot Page unprovoked, used a name no longer used, and attacked the fact that Elliot Page has had breast surgery done, which is kind of breast reduction surgery done. Yeah, there you go. If I started like going after you on Twitter and being like, yeah, man, actually it would be okay if I did it because it would be funny. But if I started going, yeah, you got the benzo drugs, you're an addict. It'd be a little rude, but I could probably get away with it because I'm not really attacking your gender identity. But it's a little more
many
debatable.
things, hypothetically. Let's begin with, remember when pride was a sin?
What? Yeah, we're not all fucking Christian. Deal with it. Did you know in India, if you're unvaccinated, they make you wear a skull and crossbones signs around your neck? That sounds hardcore. If you're unvaccinated in Pakistan, they turn your phone off. I know you mean like they cut your cell service, but it's funny to imagine like masked people walking up to you in hazmat suits. They're like, "Give me your phone." Yep, and they just turn it off. That's the image that came to my mind. All right, let's go. Goblin
Although
man.
that is merely a factual statement, because under the old rules applicable even a decade ago.
Oh look, a Daily Wire ad. What a coincidence. All right, let's hear this goblin man speak.
Well, many things, hypothetically. Let's begin with, remember when pride...
Look at his face. Look at his face. He's so mad. He's lost his mind.
Pride was a sin? Although that is merely a factual statement, because under the old rules applicable even a decade ago, pride was a sin. And
over a decade ago, not everybody was a Christian either. Nobody cared about pride, so...
had been recognized as perhaps the cardinal sin for
yeah, see? Yeah, like... We don't agree with you, bitch.
thousands of years previously. It still might be regarded as unacceptable to the woke authoritarian moralists who now insist, for example, that...
A decade ago, pride was a sin, and now we have transes and thick women on magazine covers.
We celebrate Pride Month, not hour or day or week, but month. And we literally called it Pride Month instead of LGBT plus month or whatever else alphabet acronym, which...
It's supposed to... Okay, idiot, because you don't really care to understand this. It's called Pride Month because they're saying, we are proud of what we are, and we're not going to be ashamed, and we're not going to hide it anymore. like we used to for the last thousands of years when you said pride was a sin, and that same religious movement fucking dominated the world and forced all the LGBT people to live hidden and hide that from everyone so they didn't have to face discrimination and, you know, violence and murder. Hold on. Who's worse, Matt Walsh or Steven Crowder? That's like, what's worse, cancer or getting shot? I'd say Steven Crowder because he does a lot more of it, and he's got like somewhat more of a reach. Matt Walsh is like, yeah, they're both bad.
Which is currently insisted upon as the only acceptable enlightened terminology. I don't regard pride as a virtue. It has been classic.
I don't regard Jordan Peterson as a virtue or an academic.
Regarded as a sin. I don't see that sexual orientation or sexual desire of any sort is something to celebrate or.
Oh.
To take pride in.
So do you not take pride in, like, your children? You made them out of sexual desire. I mean, that's like a product of it, is it not?
And so what I said was merely a fact. Now, it's possible that I hurt someone's feelings.
What I said was merely a fact. I used a name that's not correct anymore. I accused someone of a crime, even though everything was perfectly legal. And the fact that you're not a Christian and don't agree with me is wrong.
Because I pointed out that pride goes before, for example, a fall.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't care about...
Yeah, that's why pride... Yeah, stupid. Pride is in the month of June. What comes a few months later? That's right, the fall. in autumn. I'm proud of that one.
That would do it again. And also consider it my duty to warn those who are about to fall into a pit.
Duty.
That the path they are on leads suddenly downhill.
You know, I feel like you're not the right man to trust for warning people that they're on a path going downhill, considering you fled to Russia to get put into a benzo coma. Because no one in North America would do that treatment. They all said, that's fucking insane. We're not going to do that. And you were like, no, I know more than the doctors. You're wrong.
But that was probably not the reason that I was banned from Twitter. Although, as I said, I am in the position of having to guess. Next phrase to interrogate. And Ellen Page.
That's what did it.
Why did I stop there? Because in all likelihood, it was this seemingly innocuous phrase.
Hey, I don't want to fucking hear anyone cry that... try that sentence again. I don't want to fucking hear any of these lobsters in the audience cry that I call him Jorpo, and I'm demeaning to him when he calls people... When he's calling Ellen Page. Like, no, he uses the wrong names for people. I use the wrong name for him. Easy.
Including the name of a well-known actress. There, I'm in trouble again.
Yes, you are.
That likely resulted in my ban. I committed the fatal crime of what has come to be known in the appalling sensorial terminology of the insane activists as dead naming.
It's not a crime. You just broke the Twitter terms of service and you were rude for no reason.
Which is the act of referring to someone who has transitioned, another hated piece of jargon and slogan, by the name and by the inference, the gender, really the sex, that everyone knew them by previously. And in the case of Ellen/Elliot, that millions of people recognized and knew. So I should have either called him, her...
There's like nothing to respond here to. This is pretty bad. His brain is fried.
They, Elliot...
Look at his ear. Looks like cauliflower. That's kind of weird.
Instead of Ellen, although as we will discover, that would have made it impossible for me to say what I wanted to and need to say in the remaining phrases. Not that such a problem would bother those who are objecting to my speech in the first place.
What did you need to say, Jorpo? I feel like you should have opened with that.
The next phrase is, just had her breasts removed.
Good. This is what I wanted to hear. Oh my god, you fucking bloviated gas sack.
This bit suffers from a very similar problem. I employed the
It's wrong!
forbidden pronoun her when Elliot, Ellen, is now to be regarded as a he or else.
No.
But there's a conundrum here to say that.
I mean that's wrong, but that's not the biggest issue with that sentence.
Least, and not just for me, although I have been banned because of it. Was Elliot/Ellen a she or a he or Ellen or Elliot when she or he or they, that's Elliot or Elian, by the way, had his or her or their breasts removed? If he or she was a he, then why was it necessary to have the mastectomy? And how could
Okay, hold up. Actually, I want to hear this again.
Or else. But there's a conundrum here, to say the least, and not just for me, although I have been banned because of it. Was Elliot/Ellen a she or a he or Ellen or Elliot when she or he or they, that's Elliot or Elian, by the way, had his...
What a phenomenal... what a phenomenal thought process.
His or her or their breasts removed. If he or she was a he, then why was it necessary to have the mastectomy? And how could those I am writing to make sense of what I was saying if it was his breasts that were removed?
That's an interesting question, Jarpo. Because you know what I'm gonna find, right? So, in case y'all didn't know, surgery for breast cancer in men. Men have mastectomies. Like, all the time. Oh, God. Mastectomy, a surgery in which the entire breast is removed, including all the breast tissue and sometimes other nearby tissues. Most men with breast cancer will undergo a mastectomy since men have a small amount of breast tissue. Might have helped to, like, Google that. Or, I don't know. Have you not known anyone who's had breast cancer? I've known a couple people.
Were those
usually older people, but it does happen. It happens pretty frequently, actually. In fact, it's more common today than it ever has been in the past, because people are just in general, people are just living longer. So, because people are living longer, there's more cancer. Anyway, let's go.
I was saying if it was his breasts that were removed, were those male breasts or female breasts that were removed? If they were male breasts, then why were they removed?
He's getting all upset and indignant over a really weird detail here.
If they were female breasts and had therefore become objectionable to the degree that surgery generally reserved for cancer treatment was required.
Ooh. Also, okay, a lot of women get them done too. Sometimes as a preventional measure to prevent breast cancer. That's usually the most common reason. But some people get breast reduction surgery for spine issues. And sometimes just because they just don't like it. They just don't like the size of their breasts. That's honestly, that's a perfectly valid reason, in my opinion. And what I'm describing, and what I described there is it's whether or not someone is trans and gets a mastectomy done doesn't even factor into what I just described. All right, let's go.
Was morally obligatory, then wasn't Elliot still Ellen and he still she?
That's right, guys. That's right, everyone. Your name is defined by your breast tissue. No amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that.
How could I possibly have written that sentence in any sensible manner whatsoever?
That's a good question. This one should have stayed in the drafts, Chief. This ain't it. You're not that guy. Fell off L ratio.
While simultaneously making my point understandably and not breaking Twitter rules against so-called hateful conduct.
Titty too big indeed.
And Elliot Page just had his breasts removed.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's like getting weird in his benzo brain, but it makes sense. Someone transitions from woman to man. You know, I don't want my breasts anymore. I want to be referred to as a man. Okay. It's relatively straightforward. I don't know why you would I don't know why you'd like make such a fuss about it. Just be like, okay, you know, you want to be addressed this way. You want to go through the effort and go through the steps of, you know, trying to pass this way. Okay. I can respect that. It's pretty straightforward. It's like a similar way. Now, okay, Peterson here has lost this respect for pretty much everybody. But like, if I were like working with Peterson, right, and he was like somewhat more respectable, and we were like working together at a university or whatever, I would refer to him as Dr. Peterson, not Mr. Peterson, because he has a doctorate degree. He's earned that. He took the steps to earn the doctorate degree, so he is Dr. Peterson. That's the term of address. Unless he prefers to be called Mr. Peterson or Jordan, I would address him as Dr. Peterson. Now, you know, as a YouTube star, you've lost all respect for that. You've made it clear you don't understand anything about anything, so no one actually provides that amount of respect with you. But just simply addressing someone you don't need to get bogged down in this. I don't even know what this thought process is anymore. I don't know how to describe it aside from benzo brain.
Was he Elliot then? When exactly? Exactly. He was definitely Ellen at some point in the past.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's a good question, actually.
So-called hateful conduct.
Let's hear this.
And Elliot Page just had his breasts removed?
Yes.
Was he Elliot then?
Yeah.
When exactly? Exactly.
Yes, Ellen became Elliot when he told us. When he came public with it. That's when. That's when. Pretty straightforward, really. People get name changes all the time. Like, not because people get name changes all the time, not necessarily because they're trans either. Like that, it's relatively common. Sometimes people get it done because they get married and they want to change their last name, their maiden name, to their husband's name. That's the most common reason. But it's like, would you make the same fuss about a woman changing her last name? You probably wouldn't. Just saying.
He was definitely Ellen at...
Don't F me. What are you effing? Effing. Yeah, looks fine on my end.
Some point in the past, or so indicate all his, her, them, their film credits. Will all those have to be reshot since they employed the hated dead name?
No, it's fine. If they want to redo it in like future releases, it's fine. Reshot. That's a weird thing. You wouldn't even reshot it. You just change the name in the credits. It's a really easy thing to do. This is a good picture. It looks like he's losing his mind. And no, they can stay the same because they're like historical artifacts.
That doesn't exist, by the way, that dead name category, except
hold on, let's hear
their film credits. Will all those have to
gender.
be reshot since they employed the hated dead name? That doesn't exist, by the way, that dead name category, except in the sensorial and addled minds of a tiny fraction of insanely narcissistic and increasingly dangerous trans activists.
Projection! The idea of dead naming people has existed for a long time. You can find media, like, going back several decades, going like, no, my last name is this. I changed it because it's my husband's name. that is that not a form of dead naming? You know, people get corrected all the time, and there's all sorts of other media. It's like, I'm not Miss, I'm Mrs. because I'm married to this person, or I'm a doctor now. Like I said, I'm repeating myself, but
when precisely was it incumbent on me to switch my terminology in regard to Elliot/Ellen so that I was not engaging in hateful conduct?
Interesting question, but I'd say the rest of the content of your tweet and context made it look like hateful conduct. You can probably find other tweets out there right now that say Ellen Page, and that's not hateful conduct. I mean, just simple context matters. I know a lot of conservatives have issue with context.
And how can I describe the fact that someone who was once a woman...
Can we talk about the physician comment? I would like to hear that.
...really still is, had her breasts...
Oh, I'm sorry.
...engaging in hateful
Here we go. This is too good.
.../Ellen, so that I was not engaging in hateful conduct. And how can I describe the fact that someone who was once a woman, and really still is...
I'm not engaging in hateful conduct.
You were once a woman and you really still are. You will never be a woman.
Wait, and he's like leaning forward in the chair. Fucking psycho.
Had her breasts cut off because she, he, they, their, them had fallen prey to a viciously harmful fad without using the appropriate sex-linked pronoun and the real name of the real person to whom this was really done. With his, her, their voluntary but unfortunate acquiescence. And so it was impossible to communicate what had happened to my audience without...
You're just making a hell of a lot of shit up there. So... a vicious fad. Well, people have been getting body modifications as long as history... pretty much as long as we've had history. Elliot Page is 35? Elliot Page is perfectly capable making his own decisions about his body. That's really all there is to it. Want to get a tattoo? Go for it. You want to get piercings? Go for it. You want to transition? Go for it. You know, at that age, it's like there's really not a good argument against it.
Apparently,
that's why he's like freaking out so much. Whatever happened to like that whole, I'm gonna let, you know, as long as what you do doesn't affect me, I'm okay with it. Conservative. That kind of conservative never existed, but they would say that. And it's never that simple, because that's not really what motivates people like Peterson. They don't really want people to be left alone. They want people to be they want people to conform into whatever vision they have for a society. So they have to invent all this other stuff about, oh, it's a criminal physician. It's a terrible fad that's affecting our youth. And it's really not. It's just people making the same decisions they've been making about themselves and how they want to live. Same decisions been made for all of human history, really.
Absurd rules that now hypothetically govern morality itself.
I'm sorry, hold on. John Doe, I don't even get why they're transphobic. Even if conservatives were 100% right, trans women are not women, it's still just common decency just to use the preferred pronouns. Insane. Well, because they don't have common decency. That's really all there is to it. They'd prefer trans people not exist to begin with. That's like, really, that is the underlying motivation, and that when you think of all these transphobic people and listen to their arguments, that is the common thread behind all of them. even if they won't explicitly say it sometimes, but that is like the uniting theme between all of it.
Of the degenerated postmodern and Marxist ethos that
there it is. It's just a fucking fascist
running afoul of the impossible and absurd rules
Great timing.
that now hypothetically govern morality itself in the days of the degenerated postmodern and Marxist ethos that we must still
just fucking word salad,
no matter how impossible it is, abide by or else. And you might object, Ellen/Elliot is an adult, 30-something, and fully capable of making up his, her, their own mind about
God, it's not funny when you keep doing it. It's just cringe.
Such things, and she, he, they are welcome from the liberal and the libertarian position to go to hell in a handbasket as she, he,
Hell
they
in a handbasket?
see fit. And fair enough, to some degree. But I don't believe it is either merely picayune or inappropriate to point out that Ellen/Elliot, who is quite a good actor/actress, is also a ritual model for emulation.
That is a good face we paused on. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so good. That'll be in the thumbnail. Wow, that's a really good one. They can make the argument their children see trans people that infringes on their parental rights since they don't want to tell the kids about sex or gender things. That's part of it. Also, like, the idea, so, you know, your kid seeing gay people or trans people is not going to make your kid gay, but it might put the idea in their head to think, oh, I can do that. Not that they're going to like do it to rebel, but it's part of them saying, oh, I felt like wrong my whole life, and I realize it's because I have these feelings deep inside that I've been hiding, and I never really knew that transitioning or being gay was a possibility because, you know, my parents never told me about any of that, and I was never exposed to it in any of the media. And some parents just really, really don't like that because that's like, I don't want trans people to exist. So we gotta cut that out.
Being a star with all the privileges and, let us point out, the responsibilities that go along with that. So by acquiescing to this surgery and by publicizing it, and by insisting upon the sanctity and the moral virtue,
for the first time in
history. Oh God, get him off my screen.
Huge.
Goodbye.
Of his, her, their,
hold on, I want to hear this whole thought
is
uninterrupted.
also a ritual model for emulation. Being a star with all the privileges and, let us point out, the responsibilities that go along with that. So by acquiescing to this surgery and by publicizing it, and by insisting upon the sanctity and the moral virtue of his, her, their new, expensive, dangerous, and medically enhanced identity, and by participating in the whole identity charade, Ellen/Elliot has undoubtedly, with his, her, their so-called courage, and remember, the White House itself has tweeted out every indication of believing in the courage of those who transition.
Get on with it!
Enticed many a poor, confused adolescent, girl most likely,
there it is,
to blame her emergent pubescent self-consciousness, confusion, and discomfort on being born in the wrong body and believing that the courageous, self-affirming, and morally admirable route is hormonal treatment, sterilization.
There it is. You can't just acknowledge it. It's got to be a thing about the kids. Fucking fascist 101 right there.
Subjugation to a lifetime of expensive medical complication. How delightfully profitable is that?
God.
And misery.
Yeah, question mark indeed.
And I believe firmly that Ellen/Elliot, or whatever the hell her name or his name is, bears moral culpability for that.
That's insane. That's just insane. Oh, this person transitioned and is public about this part of their life. Wow, you bear moral culpability for it. What the fuck? Do you want to throw trans people in prison? That seems like the law. I know. I didn't say that. But that seems like the only logical extension you could take from that.
And finally, with regard to the final phrase,
Yeah,
criminal
dude has lost his mind. You're right.
physician. I must say that I've had some post-coital, so to speak, regrets about that phrase.
Oh.
It is clearly the case that
Only took you 11 minutes to fucking get to that.
surgical operation performed by the butchers who butchered Elliot/Ellen was legal.
Christ.
So
Jesus Christ. Hey, yeah, so I'm transition. Hey guys, so I'm gonna transition now. I really don't like the way I feel in my body. I've been like this my entire life, and I really think that now that I have some financial and familial stability, and I've got a good friend group that supports me, I think I'm gonna go through with this transition thing, because you know, it's something I've really thought about. I've really thought about this for a long time. I really thought hard about it. I want to go through with it, and I'm gonna get my breast removed. That's part of it, because really it's caused me a lot of dysphoria, and I don't really like living with it.
Hey! You were butchered! This physician who did it is a butcher!
oh, was it criminal or not? Were the operations undertaken by the fascist physicians who carried out the Nazi medical experiments
You're the fucking fascist here. Shut the fuck up.
legal? Yes, under the laws of the time. But were they criminal? I'll leave that question up to you to answer.
Well, that was fucking stupid. Oh my god. The Nazis fucking killed trans people, like, by the bucket load. Maybe I shouldn't. By the truckload. Literally, they were loaded into trucks and killed. Or their bodies
And
were loaded
further,
into trucks.
Perhaps it might be objected, what about the damage done by hypothetically leaving those confused about their identity to dwell in their confusion? Aren't we morally obliged to intervene? And I would say, no. Why? Well, first, do no harm, as the Hippocratic Oath, remember that, insists.
You abandoned that one long ago. Give me 1 second here.
And second, it has been a matter of historical consensus that sins of omission are less egregious than sins of commission. Thus, leaving someone with gender dysphoria, no matter how warranted, and perhaps it is in a very tiny minority of truly unfortunate cases, to suffer the consequences of the theoretical mismatch between soul and body is less of a risk
What the
ethically,
fuck are you
personally,
talking about?
socially, and philosophically than the extremely active intervention that constitutes so-called gender confirming, another hated phrase, surgery. I might also point out that the trans surgery enterprise is now a $300 million per annum growth industry. Rate of
Meanwhile, meanwhile, conservative media is a multi-billion-dollar industry, baby. Oh wait, no, I was saying that like a greedy capitalist voice. I should say it like a Jordan Peterson voice. Meanwhile, the conservative media empire, thanks to Rupert Murdoch, is worth several multi-billions, and I'm gonna get in and get some of that sweet, sweet oil money. Because let's be honest, I never really liked the transes to begin with. And now it's time. Now that the cultural tides are changing, it's time to remove the degenerate postmodern. I'm done.
Expansion, 15% per year. Projected increase by 2027.
I don't even know what you're
citing
her.
Per year. An expanding enterprise in a time of global uncertainty. Time to invest, both in the requisite surgical skills and perhaps in any associated with this vicious and unconscionable fad, primarily entangling, as such things so often do, the youthful.
Jordan Peterson, according to your book, 12 Rules for Life, you got some things here you should probably do. Firstly, you're supposed to treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. From the looks of things, you're not like that. What do I want to do here? Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Might be worth looking into. What else? What else was I gonna say? Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. You lied a few times in this video. I need to finish reading this book, but I got a whole bunch of books to get through.
Full and female. Isn't that a concern? Intersectionalists? Not when push comes to
I'm sorry, I missed that. I missed that comment. It's just a bunch of salad at this point.
Surgical skills, and perhaps in any industry associated with this vicious and unconscionable fad, primarily entangling, as such things so often do.
Trans people have existed pretty much forever. They existed back in the days of the Weimar Republic, and the Nazis fucking killed them. Like, this isn't exactly a fad.
Youthful and female. Isn't that a concern? Intersectionalists?
Sorry, I missed that part.
Primarily entangling, as such things so often do, the youthful and female. Isn't that a concern?
So weird.
Intersectionalists?
That's so weird, he would say. That's just bizarre.
Not when push comes to shove, or ideology to scalpel. Is that not a true moral hazard? And I'm not taking down that tweet or
I think the moral has... Oh, that's a good face. Oh my god, that's a good face. I think the true hazard here is being exposed to large quantities of Jordan Peterson. That is kind of like radiation poisoning.
Acknowledging that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists. Violated the Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see.
And then, wait, we got a new stream alert right here.
The Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists.
That's a good one.
We'll see who cancels who. Twitter's a rat hole in the final analysis, and I have probably contributed to that while trying to use, understand, and master that horrible, toxic platform. No doubt.
Okay, that's the most true thing he's said in this entire video. That horrible yeah, no, he's good. He's right.
I owe some apologies for that, and I'm trying to learn. But it's a relief, in some real sense, to be banned. And I regard it under the present conditions as a...
It actually is a relief to be banned sometimes. Because it's like, I don't have to use this site anymore. And it's like, I could feel the anger leaving my soul.
A badge of honor. I regard it under the present conditions as a badge of honor.
Jordan Peterson Uncensored, now on Daily Wire! And it's all about the money with this guy. I'm glad we watched that, even if that took 50 fucking minutes. God. Okay, Jordan Peterson. You've fallen off pretty hard. Sad. So sad. It kind of sounded like I want to sound like a supervillain, but he's just incapable of it because he sounds so weird. Was he ever on? He was popping off when 12 Rules for Life came out. I have a lot of conservative books to get through. He was popping off when this came out, like oh god, I'm forgetting already. What year did it come out? 2018. Yeah. He was back then he was like larger, and that's like my first foray into political YouTube content was a Jordan Peterson video. So that was fun. So I have to credit him with this twist in my life. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and we'll do a Joe Rogan segment. That sound good? Yeah. Let me get some music on for y'all. How many track is unavailable? I don't like that one. There we go. Yeah, I'll be back. We're gonna follow this up with Rogan. Hopefully we'll get copyright strike with that one, but we'll see what happens. Stop the music. Up yours, woke moralists! He's like a parody of himself. It's astonishing. Okay, what are we doing? All right. Okay. What do you guys think of this lighting? This lighting setup. Look good? Look fine? Yeah? Check this out. Whoa! 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 Yeah. I got some new LEDs. Pretty nice. I can adjust them. They come with a remote. The previous lights I was using were CFLs. Big ass CFL bulbs, compact, fluorescent. They were very bright, very nice. They're made for photography. They worked well, but they do make a moderate amount of heat. And during the summertime, you know, it adds up pretty quick here. Yeah, after streaming for a few hours here, Arizona in the summertime, oh man, that this room gets pretty warm. I can say after an hour so far of these lights being on, it definitely feels much better. Okay. Up yours, woke moralists, and let's see who cancels who. That's amazing. I love that so much. That's gotta be a new like notification. That's just so good. That's just so good. Like I couldn't have come up with that if I tried. All right. So, in conclusion, Jordan Peterson, cringe? Cringe. Cringe. Kind of cringe. Yeah, pretty cringe. He's up there. That's his one small step for man moment. It might be. Kind of fell off. Really fell off. I saw Zed Der Apfel. Thought 12 Rules for Life is just a bunch of social Darwinist bullshit. I haven't finished reading it, so I don't know. Yeah. Some of it maybe, but I genuinely don't know. Some of it I always thought was just like generic, repurposed, repackaged self-help stuff. Not really like, you know, not really groundbreaking or anything, but it's there. Oh, would you look at that? Right as I'm recording this segment, I just realized on the side here from Vosh, Jordan Peterson gets banned from Twitter for hate speech and proceeds to lose his mind. 58 minutes. That's about as long as it took me to make a segment. I'll edit mine down a bit, though. We'll see who cancels who. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna cancel you. You better watch out. Oh, I love it. I love it. You better not cry. Jordan Peterson might cancel me. Alright. Is PBS copyrighted? This is edited, so it may not work. It may not matter. I have Rogan segment, and then I have this. This probably won't be a segment, but it's interesting to look at. We'll look at this for now, and we might come back to it another day. So this is on Reddit, public freakout. Highlights from yesterday's debate for the Republican candidates for the governor of Arizona. As some of you know, I have not followed through with my intention to run for governor because I had a job I thought was going to work. Didn't happen. Job didn't work. And they fired me after the deadline to raise signatures. So Thanks for that, you fucking library cucks. Anyway, this is the Republicans arguing with each other. Let's go.
They closed my business down. But you know what? I didn't listen. I kept it open. You didn't have to listen, people. You didn't have to listen.
I'd actually like to ask everybody on this stage if they would agree we had a corrupt, stolen election. Raise your hand.
No!
Never happened.
Boo! Get off the stage. Carrie Lake.
Hold on. Let her finish, please, Scott.
Okay. God, they talk over me, and I'm Italian. That shouldn't happen. You know
I'm
why?
Irish.
Okay.
No
You know
one cares.
Why not get high-tech people that are
okay.
going to be on the machines that are Republicans? A Democrat...
Okay, better follow-up. You're American. Yep, doesn't matter here. Once you're here for a long enough time, you're not... Oh, you're Irish? Oh, that's cute. No, you've assimilated. You cannot stop the American culture. It's a fungus creeping across the globe.
Why not get high-tech people that are going to be on the machines that are Republicans? A Democrat, Republican, get supervisors, equal amount.
That happens. We
Hold on.
have...
LOL, they still whining about stolen election. If Trump stole the election, they wouldn't care at all. You're right, they wouldn't. It gets better. It gets better.
Have parties looking over
That's right.
election results.
They're
This
doing people that are going to be on the machines that are Republicans. A Democrat, Republican, get supervisors, equal amount.
That happens. We have parties looking over
That's
election
right.
results.
They're doing it now.
No,
They're actually telling
They
people
have
that 200,000 minimum ballots were trafficked by mules.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. I didn't realize this at first. She's actually quoting something from a Dinesh D'Souza movie. Here we go. Hold on 1 second here. Yeah. 2,000 Mules. A documentary film which exposes widespread coordinated voter fraud in the 2020 election, sufficient to change the overall outcome. And it's like just like insane schizo shit he made up. I haven't actually watched it, so I don't know. Dinesh D'Souza movies are like really scattershot and they don't really like connect things together. But anyway, as fun as this is, I think she thinks they were actual mules. In the Dinesh D'Souza movie, he like refers to them as like smugglers. I think she thinks they were real, like the. I think she's referring to the mules. just a feeling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at the baby. Oh, all right, let's go.
No,
an honest election.
May I finish? Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia, baby got the diarrhea.
Thank you, Fox J.
I feel like I'm on an SNL skit here. Are we going to take control of the debate?
We are taking... No, Carrie, I don't want you to try to
I'm happy to do it.
I know you would be happy to do it.
Listen, I haven't been on a stage with this many women since I've been to a baby shower. It's been a while.
I don't know how that's going to go over, Scott, but we'll let that hang. Let's talk
what
about...
the fuck?
What?
Do you think Republican voters want a candidate
who
doesn't...
Many women since I've been to a baby shower. It's been a while.
I don't know how that's going to go over, Scott, but we'll let that hang. Let's talk about...
What?
Do you think Republican voters want a candidate who doesn't even believe in the vote?
I don't believe this.
That's a good point. Like, y'all need... Like, if the election's stolen, what's the point in running for office? Stupid. How to destroy America in 3 easy steps. Number 1, vote Republican. That's it.
Primary has been fair. I can tell you that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have launched the lawsuit.
Our campaign is a movement. We're going to show up and vote in droves. They're going to have to cheat even harder in order to try to win this.
Your campaign's a psyop.
Paula, please.
First of all, put everything...
Paula,
I feel like this is a spoof, honestly.
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying, please.
Oh,
Is this a spoof, Ted?
No, it's not. Finish what
Are you
you're
sure?
saying. Yes, I am.
Wow. Okay.
This could be a Grand Theft Auto radio ad.
Life, from conception to death. And I believe...
No exceptions for rape or incest?
Well, that's a gray area. I don't know. That's a personal decision for a person.
Kind of sounds like you could say it's a a choice to make, huh? Yeah.
Well, why can't we treat human life in the same way that we would treat alien life that we discovered on an alien planet?
How would you?
There's a reason we don't always
With bombs?
invite Scott, because he's polling at 0%.
No, 1%.
And this is what happens when
Polls lie.
Scott, please. And no, you can't respond to a closing statement.
The only
You're pulling at 0. I'm pulling at 1. Thank you. If the media weren't lying, we'd be up at 2. Thank you.
drag I've ever dressed
Your
in
campaign is a psyop.
business suit or construction work clothes. I've never aspired to be Elvis Presley.
That's a shame.
All right, that's
I don't
it.
get that
That's
one.
it. That's it.
And they're still like arguing with each other. Amazing. Anyway, this is like an hour and a half long or so. I don't even know. God. Anyway, y'all might like this. Arizona GOP candidate who criticized drag was once a fan, drag queen says. Here she is posing with the drag queen. I'm not joking. This has been running on TV here. This has been running. TV ads have been running this picture of her for the last few weeks or so. It's beautiful. And I don't know if this person, but one of the drag queen performers that she hired previously. Yeah. She hired drag queen performers. One of them was like, "Yeah, she hired me to do a birthday shower." I love it. What's great is because this picture, right? If I saw this picture and she wasn't a psycho far-right nut job running for office, and I just saw this picture, I wouldn't think anything of it. I would just think, okay, these are some people at a party. Okay. She's posing, she's having fun. Good for you. You're getting out, you're being social, you're having fun. I'm always a fan of that. I'm very supportive of people getting out and having fun. But no, that's not what she is. She's not just a random having fun. 1 second here. Lol. Yeah, I know. Arizona GOP gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake, who has attacked Hold on, wait.
It's time to get real about...
Oh God, I found the commercial. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
It's time to get real about fake Kari Lake. Lake supports amnesty, allowing 11 million illegals to stay in the U.S. indefinitely. Kari called herself a lifetime member of the NRA, but only joined last year. Lake even gave money to Barack Obama.
Oh, she gave money to a black man.
But only joined last year. Lake even gave money to Barack Obama. Karen Taylor Robeson is a lifelong proven conservative.
Seriously, the two people running are Carrie and Karen. God, we are so fucked.
Conservative, proud gun owner, and successful businesswoman who helped create thousands of jobs. Karen has a tough 6-point plan to secure the border and finish the wall. Karen Taylor Robeson for governor.
This isn't the drag queen one. Yeah, video title is just fake. You're right. Karen is going hardcore. Hold on. Is there a... Oh, where's the drag queen one? It shows up on the... Oh, God. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, no. All right. You know, it should be on your fucking page. Here we have, lakeisfake.com. I know. That's amazing. Truth about Kari Lake. Pro-amnesty Obama supporter. Knocked doors for Obama, donated to Obama, supported Obama's liberal Supreme Court nominees. It's amazing how she went crazy when Trump came around. She's for Kari Lake is a vote for open borders. She criticized Trump's immigration plans, public supports amnesty to 11 million illegal immigrants. What did she say? Can we talk illegal immigration? A lot of discussion about whether or not Donald Trump is pivoting or softening his plans to deport 11 million immigrants. It would be impossible to deport that many people. Let's just admit that up front. Impossible. And that's like the underlined thing. And because of that, she's a vote for open borders. That's ridiculous. The NRA thing is hysterical, though. Lifetime member since 2001. Even among a lot of conservatives, they don't like the NRA because they're like sellouts. It depends. Not every conservative is like smart enough to know that, but some of them are like, these guys just care about the money and they don't actually care about the guns. There are a lot of conservatives who feel that way. Because entire time you're a member of the NRA, they're like, give us money, give us money, give us money. And sometimes some of them are like, what the fuck are you doing with this money? You're just like paying yourselves with it. And that's a valid thing to be upset about. All right. I wanted more. Hold on. If I just type in Kari Lake drag, will it come up? Well, this is a news ad. It may be. This is news. It may work. It may be fine.
Big pet.
All right, Channel 3, AZ Family 3 TV. I'm hoping your shit isn't copyrighted or in the Content ID system. Let's find out.
Running for Arizona governor is being called a hypocrite tonight for slamming drag queens. The criticism coming from a drag queen who says he once considered Kari Lake one of his biggest fans. Richard Stevens, whose stage name is Barbara Seville, says he has known Kari Lake for 20 years. He says he was shocked and personally hurt when she said drag queens pose a danger to children. Over the weekend, Stevens shared pictures on social media of Lake attending his shows, of Lake dressed in drag, and a screenshot of a personal message from her. He also said he performed as Marilyn Monroe in front of Lake's young daughter.
I was contacted by her. I was compensated by her. She treated me like a friend until it became inconvenient.
Lake's campaign confirmed her daughter did attend a baby shower where Stevens dressed up as Marilyn Monroe, but the campaign said it was as an impersonator, not as a drag queen. Lake's campaign also sought to draw a line between drag queens who perform at clubs and those who perform at schools and children's events.
That's not what Kari Lake said, though.
Stevens says any of his shows with children are G-rated. Lake's campaign has threatened legal action.
They're not gonna, no shot they're able to follow through with legal action on that. That's just, nope. It's just bluster. Oh, that's satisfying. God. I want to ask, like, how do you not, like, think ahead and be like, oh yeah, I did have drag performers in front of my own kids too. There's no way that's gonna come back and bite me. Did she not, like, think about that? She didn't. She's a conservative. She doesn't really care. She wants the power. But, like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's this? Is this from 12
So they
News?
can come after me, they can call me names, they can send the drag queens out to try to attack me. I don't care. We'll take them
Fuck is up with your audio, 12?
on because you know what? I'm a woman and they're not.
That was Republican candidate for Governor Kari Lake insulting drag queens, a new target for Lake and her fellow Republicans. What Kari Lake doesn't tell her audience is that she was a big fan of drag queens and good friends with the Queen of Phoenix drag queens, Barbara Seville. Richard Stevens is the entertainer who has performed as Barbara Seville for 20 years or more. He's well known here in Phoenix.
Shit, they got an interview.
And was a friend to Kari Lake for much of that time. Welcome to Square Off.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm here.
Honestly, I can't believe you're here. I never saw this coming.
No one had this on their bingo card.
A week ago. You called out Kari.
God, local news is so much more interesting. It really is.
Lake as a hypocrite. on Facebook last weekend, and as they say, you had the receipts, and we're showing some of them, the images, the photos, text messages. Why did you decide?
Hold up.
Images, the
Hold up.
last weekend, and as they say, you had the receipts, and we're showing
seen
some
this.
of them, the images, the photos.
Oh God, this quality sucks. Something about what I know about makeup, I learned from watching friends like Barbara Seville. Oh my God, Carrie. Did you not think this was going to come back and bite you?
Text messages. Why did you just...
Oh, this is the... Is this the Elvis thing that the guy was referring to? Is that Carrie Lake dressed as Elvis? Oh my God. That's beautiful. I love it.
Decide to speak out, and now?
Well, because she's running for office, obviously.
Carrie was a friend of mine, and I've never seen that side of Carrie. And I tried to make it clear that I reached out to Carrie personally before I blasted her, because I wanted to hear what her point of view was. I wanted to hear where this was coming from. I wanted her to tell me, hey, I'm sorry I have to do this. Hey, my views have changed. But it's Pride Month, and there are a lot of people who have grown up feeling bad about themselves because they're gay or they're lesbian or they're trans. And I just said, this is enough. Let me speak up and tell the truth.
And she, I believe, was part reaction to a tweet she posted about keeping drag queens out of the classroom.
See it. There we go.
She said,
they kicked God out of schools and welcomed the drag queens. They did? They took down her flag and replaced it with a rainbow? Wow. She has gone insane. They seek to disarm Americans and militarize our enemies. Let's bring back the basics. God, guns, and glory. Is that like a
Nobody escapes Venezuela.
Alliteration for KKK? Ooh, we got a notification. I missed it. I had the headphones off. Hold on, let me hear that again.
Nobody escapes Venezuela.
There is no escape. Welcome to the party, the 4th of July party. Missed opportunity to say God was dragged out of schools. That's right. You could say this former friend of hers is really dragging her. She's really being dragged in the TV ads. Well, hold on, Carrie Lake. I have a question. Who's they? Is it the Jews? Or is it Barack Obama, who you supported? What is it?
We're taking down flags and putting up rainbows. We took out guards and put in drag queens. I don't have time to take down flags. I'm busy. And I've never been in a...
It's like, I'm booked solid for the next 8 months. I'm busy.
School, performing. It's a false controversy, and it's easier to talk about drag queens than it is to talk about her best friend, Donald Trump.
And so, talk about what you do. Many people may not know you. I actually did know of you. I've known of you for years. But what do you do? Being a drag queen, a performer, is your career?
Yeah, it's my full-time job, and I identify as Richard Stevens. That's who I am. And on stage, I'm Barbara Seville, sort of like Lady Gaga is Stephanie off stage. And when she hits the stage, she becomes this mother monsters type situation. With me, I make people laugh. I lip sync. I sometimes make commentary about things. But I do what I do to make people laugh and to make people feel good.
And so what does that identity mean to you and to the folks you perform for?
I didn't know
what
it meant to people until this all went down, and it's crazy. I know that I'm a hero to some people. I know that to some people I'm brave, but I just do what I do because I love it, and I know that it brings a smile to people's face. It brought a smile to Carrie Lake's face. It brought a smile to her friend's face, and there's nothing dangerous about what I'm doing.
That's like so sad. That's like, we used to be friends, and then Carrie Lake lost her mind when Trump came along. That's so sad.
But when you hear words like pedophile, pervert being used, thrown out there over and over,
This will lead into the Joe Rogan segment. Don't worry.
What do you hear? What do you feel?
It doesn't feel good, you know, and it's disingenuous. That's what hurts my feelings, and it makes people afraid of me. And I'm 6 foot tall and almost 200 pounds, so I can take on a lot if somebody wants to come at me. But there are people that are more vulnerable than me, and that's what I worry about when people start saying trans people or gay people.
I remember when I was young, I don't know, I remember like watching theater performances of like The Merchant of Venice and like Oliver Twist, and characters were like gender swapped, or people were like dressed as the other gender. Because the characters in the plays are certain genders, and sometimes it's like relevant to the story. And I remember there would be actors playing a different gender, and at no point did I ever think there was anything weird about that. Like, even in hindsight, it's like there was nothing like sexual or anything about that. And now, I don't know anymore. Now, well, no, I say I don't. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. And now it's like, I don't know if people could do that without fucking psychos, you know, screaming weird shit at them.
People are this or that. Because not everybody has the guts to stand up for themselves, and not everybody has the brawn to be able to fight back. And when you hear this, it's horrible, and it's not true, and she knows that it's not true, and that's why it hurt my feelings, and that's why I had to say something.
And so how do you know she knows it's not true?
She was
because
there.
I spent 20 years in her life.
Wow.
You know, we weren't best friends by any means, and I didn't mean to overstate my relationship with her, but it's true. I have maintained a relationship with her. I have text messages, I have direct messages. She contacted me personally to make sure I had her personal Facebook page.
Wow.
I've spent time with her.
This is pretty damning. Still looking for a roomie? My hubby knows someone who's really great and needs a place to stay. Wife and him getting divorced. He's straight but very cool, apparently. Jesus, Carrie. God. This is terrible. Like, that's like one of the worst things of this. It's not that you're a hypocrite. It's that you like fucking backstab your friends.
Personally, to make sure I had her personal Facebook page.
And this is damning too. Look at those stripes. Christ, woman. And that haircut.
I've spent time with her. I know that that's not what she believes.
You know, are you sure of that? Because I think you wrote about or spoken about watching
what is this camera?
right-wing, far right turn she took. What did you see, and did you try to contact her?
I
Yes.
I remember when she scored the
Conservatives are just grifters. You're right.
interview with Donald
Or
Trump.
at least, like, she is.
And that's when I saw her turn. And that's a get. And people kind of booed her for doing it. And that's when I saw her turn. That's when I saw her move to the side.
Oh, can I say something? I know people hate this, but, like, if you've ever been to, like, I don't know, like a political speech or something, and you boo what they say, it's fun to do. You might get thrown out, but sometimes it is really fun. It's worth trying. Just saying. Like, you don't have to, like, argue with them. You don't have to yell. Just wait for them to say something stupid and just boo. It's fun. It's just give it a shot sometime.
That's when I saw her stop engaging in social media. That's that being said, I still heard from her. I still talked to her. At one point, I got a message from her saying, I miss coming to your shows, but I'm afraid someone will throw a drink at me. And I said, hey, I get it. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. I reached out to her again after she launched her campaign. The Carizona ad, I thought it was brilliant. I'm a big fan of marketing, and I said, this is brilliant. And she wrote back, I know, right? I learned from the best. The reason I say that is I do a lot of that stuff. I say things like, Barbara Seville, my fans are civilians. It takes a civillage, Civilloween. So she knows
I hate that.
She has T-shirts with my name and my face on it.
I think that's all cringe.
Marketing.
So I do want to share one of the statements Carrie Lake issued in the past week. She says, Richard's accusations were full of lies. The issue we're talking about...
Yeah, where have we heard that before? We heard that from Amber Kent at the Vista Grande Library. That's right. When you're a liar, you accuse everyone else. Yeah. When you're a liar and someone brings truth to you, you just call them a liar. That'll work. Right? Never mind, you have no proof to back it up, and I have proof to back it up.
Isn't adults attending drag shows. The issue is activists sexualizing young children.
And at what point did that happen?
And that's got to stop. You pointed out she attended drag shows, and at least one of them, according to the images you provided, where there were children present.
Correct. So the thing here is that I've thought about this because I've had nothing else to think about. And there's only two scenarios here. Either Carrie knows that I'm not a pedophile or that I am not a groomer, or she really believes I'm a groomer. And
you really think so?
Well, I don't know. She either knows that I'm not, or part of her believes that I am, and she's still brought me into her workplace, into her social circles, in front of her family.
Yep.
You know, and I don't know.
I think they don't. I think she doesn't believe it. I think, like most conservatives, she doesn't really believe anything. She's just going through repeating whatever she's heard before. Doesn't actually have any critical thought applied to it. It's why when you watch some of these like debates with actual intelligent people discussing things with conservatives, a lot of them are like 2 or 3 questions away from everything crumbling apart. That's why they don't debate anymore.
I don't know which one of those is more upsetting.
I think all of it's pretty upsetting.
What would you say to her?
I would say I hope.
Wait.
If she were here with us right now, what would you say to her?
Fuck you, Carrie Lake.
I would say I hope you find some peace, and I hope that whatever it is that you're going for is worth the damage that you've done, because it's not.
Why is it that like no one ever responds like I would? I would respond, fuck you. It's always got to be this like
Nobody escapes, then a swell up.
It's always this measured, thought out. Alex Jones was right is now following. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Right about what?
Not just me that she has.
Man is too kind.
She's thrown out of her life.
I know. These people, and this person's sweating. Look at that. Whew. This is probably someone who's like genuinely hurt and betrayed. Doesn't want to be mean. Doesn't like want to, burn bridges or anything. Kind of like a lot of people. I'm not like that. I will go nuclear. I will fuck you up. Studio lights are terrible. Well, you're right. I've been under studio lights before. Old incandescent lights are terrible. But I think this might be like I'm getting involved in politics now kind of sweat.
I've heard it from a lot of people. And ambition is a dangerous thing. Power.
I would openly be. I would be a lot more hostile.
Is incredible. Money is a lot, but you have to live with yourself at the end of the day. And I'm comfortable with what I've said and what I've done. And I can look myself in the mirror and know that I didn't have any malice in my heart. And I'm being myself, and I'm not hurting anybody. She's hurting people with her words. She's hurting me.
That's
Richard
true.
Stevens,
That's all fair and good.
Barbara Seville, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Okay.
With this
Well, I'm glad I watched that, but like, I'm glad I watched that, but it was like kind of disappointing though. Awesome, another generic lefty streamer. Don't get a lot of those in the politics section. Well, I mean, normally you're on Twitch, right? Yes. The real party's over on YouTube. Also, I'm funny, so fuck them. Yeah, that was more depressing than anything. Anyway, they've been running ads of her with the drag queen on TV. It's been pretty fun to watch. I've hated her. I've hated her for a while. I recognize when she like started getting some of that Donald Trump brain rot, and then whoop, ever since then it's been downhill for her. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, let's move on to the final segment. Joe Rogan. Will we be getting MasterChef? What do you mean? Are you asking me to go on MasterChef? Shit, that would be awesome. No, they'd make me wear a hairnet. They'd make me wear several hairnets. Hold on a second. This person, Alex Jones is right, actually got me curious. Politics. Back in my day, we only had just chatting. All right. I want to see like what else is going on in the politics section. I like never look over here on Twitch. Oh my god. Because we look some of this shit is okay, a lot of this is like other languages. Hey, it's me. I look terrible. That's okay. Oh, there's like not very many things here. That's kind of weird. The top stream, French, Portuguese, Russia, English. The left needs a vibe check. What are you up to? Let's take a look.
Sanders, in an unprecedented maneuver, 6 candidates
immediately
dropped out and endorsed Biden in a quick succession, closing ranks against Sanders ahead of Super Tuesday. Bloomberg and Warren piled in after Super Tuesday's results. Virtually overnight, Joe Biden, one of the least popular candidates
he's reading
in the race, became the anti-Bernie focal point the party establishment could coalesce around. Sanders went on to win 5 more races, including the delegate rich...
I'm sorry, is this entire stream just him reading from an article? Is there like no commentary?
8th. This was a punch to the gut, including mine, for millions of people.
Did he write this himself?
Campaign would offer a way forward and a way to fight against billionaires who ruled the U.S. But it was...
I'm bored. I'm bored. Debate him? What am I going to debate him on?
Hey.
He's answering his phone? What is this? Oh my god! The CIA handler was like, hey, celiacattack is on to you. Cut the stream, cut the feed. He's gonna debate you. Run away. Yeah, he did. He did take a call on stream. Look, be right back. He put up his BRB screen. I don't even have one. I just show my chair. Okay, well, that's enough of that. What else? 24/7 Ukraine. All right. Please be funny. Please be funny.
Out an independent investigation, and despite it being
it's literally just
this case is now over. Stephanie Decker, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.
Well, Saleh Hijazi is a...
I'm out of here. Real Mighty Joe show. And you said you were bored. I did say I was bored. Is he back? I want to take a look again. He's not coming back. We're done with him.
But I'm watching this on TV.
Hell yeah!
And so,
look at this dude's hair.
Myself as I have this realization there.
And this guy has no shirt.
Man,
interesting.
But do you see this shit? Do you see why I never fucking believed in you? Do you see why I never believed in you? It's because of this shit right here. You know.
Are you saying that you didn't believe in each other?
What I'm saying is, the night I found God, I'm watching shit on TV, on MTV, a woman getting like her 5th or 7th surgery to look like Britney Spears, and they're showing the surgery, they're showing the knife, and the whole 9, and there's blood, and I'm tripping balls, like realizing there is a God, and as I'm realizing there is a God, I'm seeing this on TV, and I'm saying to God, I'm like, do you see this shit right here? Do you see why I didn't believe in you? Do you see why I didn't believe in you? And that's it, right? Because that bullshit made me not believe in him my entire life. And when I say him or her, like I don't believe, I believe there's a divinity, and I wouldn't put a name on it, and I wouldn't put a gender to it. You know, like.
I think I have heard enough of that. That was interesting. Patriot News Outlet is live. It's probably terrible. See, a lot of this is just like not interesting. Presidential debate, Ford versus Carter. What would I debate them on? You need a topic. Sorry, where'd he go? Where did that channel go? It wasn't Code Wolf. It was... Oh, what am I thinking? We just... open that up. God. I don't know if I'll be able to get anywhere with a guy that looks like this, to be honest.
Well, for sure, and I think that's natural. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I feel like our ancestors are our angels, right?
Yeah.
You know?
So I do shit like that.
I think everybody does. A lot of people do. Yeah.
I feel like I should be high to debate
They might
them.
not even be religious. And
what's this?
Never has a girl from New Jersey been called a cowgirl quite like that, and I absolutely love her.
It's just replaying Fox News. That's not your own content. Christ. Okay, I think we've heard enough of all these. We also have Keffels on the side. Keffels is always good. And then, of course, what is Amaranth? Top recommended channel. Aha! I see. One of those streamers. I need to start doing streams like this. I think I could... I'm gonna be honest. I think I could beat Amaranth. I think I could. I think I could take you.
Subs today in here.
Goodbye.
Like what the fuck?
That's what I ask myself every day when I wake up, and I'm still alive. Woman beater? No.
Oh my god.
One.
Those might not exist anymore. I kind of want to see her video that she made of me. It's like an hour long. I'm probably going to watch it at like 2-3 times speed because I don't give that much of a shit.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really understand why Keffels is like popping off. Just saying. There's not a lot of... It's just not that fun. I think I'm funnier. I can take you too, Keffels. All right, that's enough of that. Let's move on to the Joe Rogan segment and get this out of the way, shall we? Okay. Where did I put my... Where did I put the links? Somewhere in this page, I have a link. Somewhere. Okay. So some of you may have seen this before. This was Kerfuffle of Keffels. I will fight Keffels. No, I'm not going to fight Keffels. Okay. Some of you may have seen this segment before. It's a little old now. Came back in May. I think the Surfs did something talking about it. That was kind of popping off, and then so did the Young Turks. But they didn't do what I'm about to do. Let's take a look, shall we?
How do you feel about education? I think
actually, hold on. Give me 1 second to make sure I got this right on the other side. Let me get my... okay.
Critical. It's very important. Yeah.
Yes.
How do you feel about indoctrination by people that are educators? I don't like that at all. There's just two different...
Well, that's just kind of depends on your perspective, doesn't it? I'm just saying.
Very different things.
Right.
And if you want to tell me that they're the same thing, I say fuck you.
Right.
Because they're not. Because there's a lot of fucking crazy people that wind up being teachers. Someone said to me that...
He's not wrong.
Or read this. Not all... That term groomer. A lot of people don't like that term. They're very upset. Yeah. But they're real. Right.
Well, they don't like it because within the last several months or so, there's been like a larger concerted effort from certain people to get that word out there and use it in a way to rally people against LGBT people. Not good, not bueno.
There are groomers. You don't like it? Do you not like it because you don't want children to be groomed? Or do you not like it because it's a pejorative that's used against the left?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're getting somewhere weird. Hold on, I thought I had something else here ready for it, but I guess I'm not seeing it. Sorry, let's
Which
go.
is, I think, more likely. Well, here's what's more important. Not have people groom your fucking kids. That's what's more important than you getting uncomfortable with this word because it's used by people on the right. Like I said.
So, okay, let's just acknowledge this right out of the way. The term groomer is supposed to reference, or grooming is supposed to reference a... it's supposed to be people who have a relationship with children or younger people and then take advantage of that, right? Hold on, let's see what Urban Dictionary says. They always have the good one. There we go. According to Urban Dictionary, you know, the primary source for all information on the internet, like Drake, exactly like Drake. That's a perfect example, actually. Groomer is someone who builds a relationship, trust, emotional connection with a child or young person so they can manipulate, exploit, and abuse them. So I was pretty right on. Wasn't Ezra Miller fit in this? I don't know. Okay. Now, as far as I can tell, there's not any sort of political affiliation, at least on a broader level. There's not really a political affiliation with one or the... Try it again. The idea of child abuse is not really limited to one political affiliation. There we go. But let's hear where Rogan takes it, shall we?
Saw someone as an argument, someone who I think is an intelligent person, say that there should be a block against using the word groomer. Unbelievable. No, there should be no groomers.
So, I'm willing to bet it's probably being a reference to people using this term on Twitter and running it into the ground, and therefore delegitimizing the actual groomers. Because within the last several months, there's been a concerted effort to apply it to LGBT people, because it is, make no mistake, don't forget, it is a midterm election. There's always some bullshit that comes up like this. You know, 4 years ago, it was the fucking caravan. There's a caravan coming from South America. And there's no caravan. Nothing fucking happened.
How about that?
Same
and
shit.
This is what they wrote. They said, not all teachers are groomers, but a lot of groomers are teachers.
There you go.
And that's real.
Yeah.
That's a real fucking problem.
Maybe. You know, I don't actually disagree with the sentiment too much. You should probably take a close look at anyone who's like regularly working around children. Just probably a good idea. But let's hear the rest.
Constantly, teachers are getting arrested for exposing themselves to children.
Well, yeah, because we are a nation of 300 million people. Don't forget that. There's a lot of fucking people.
Masturbating in front of children, for sending nude pictures in front of children. Every couple days there's a new one that pops up in the news. And how many of those people haven't been caught yet? And how many of those people are out there? And how many of those people are doing it under the guise of...
Now, little trepidation here. Yes, but we don't want to be completely motivated by fear, right? If we have evidence, we act on it, but don't let fear blind us.
I'm an LGBTQ educator.
And then he gave the game away. Let's play that again.
How many of those people haven't been caught yet? And how many of those people are out there? And how many of those people are doing it under the guise of I'm an LGBTQ educator?
Now, I've looked for this, but to my knowledge, I don't think there's any correlation using that. Hey, if there's evidence, I'd like to see it, but I haven't been able to.
And I'm keeping a tally of the amount of hate.
All right, shut. Oh God, I fucking hate GATSAT so much. That was. Now, Joe Rogan is not a very smart man. We are aware of this, right? And look at his face as he says it.
educator, and
I'm keeping a tally of.
Shut up.
And how many of those people are out there? And how many of those people are doing it under the guise of I'm an LGBTQ educator?
He's just repeating what he heard from somebody else. He doesn't actually know.
And
I'm keeping a tally of the amount of hate mail that you're going to be getting.
Well, good luck. I don't read it. There's people that are good people in all walks of life. Trans people, gay people, straight people, bisexual, whatever the fuck you are. There's good people in all walks of life.
We're not done.
Pieces of shit that will use those labels in order to get closer to groups of people and indoctrinate them.
And indoctrinate them. I'm sorry, hold on. Are we talking about grooming or are we talking about indoctrination? Are we talking about pedophiles or are we talking about what are you referring to, Mr. Rogan? You're just... See, a lot of this is just kind of blurring together. I don't know. Now, I've seen a lot of other conservatives make similar arguments and it all just kind of blurs together, but I think it's probably a miracle that Rogan can actually get coherent words out.
And indoctrinate them for their own sexual pleasure. And that's
there we go.
So you don't like...
See, I feel like the word indoctrinate is not the right word to use here.
Kindergarten teachers talking about gender identity.
Well, I think it's important, and I think everyone should know it. I think it's like that's why that whole
cringe.
What they were calling the "Don't Say Gay" bill in Florida was so infuriating.
Yeah.
Like when you're saying that you oppose any sort of legislation that prevents people from talking about sex and gender identity and sexual orientation with people that are first grade through third grade. You oppose anything that restricts that. I go, okay, who are you talking about? Because if this is open-ended, I've had some fucking idiots for teachers when I grew up. Can you imagine if those fucking idiots were trying to convince your child that they should be homosexual or that they should even be straight? Imagine if you have a kid that's gay.
Never mind convincing. How about just don't address, don't talk about this issue.
But that's my point. My point is, imagine if you have a gay child and you have a fucking teacher that's trying to indoctrinate your child into the world of heterosexuality and convince your child that they're going to burn in hell if that child is gay. Imagine...
Sounds like a normal day at school, to be honest.
Imagine how furious you would be.
Right.
Well, it works the other way, too.
Right.
Right? It does. It works the other way.
What, you're going to burn in hell if you're not gay? I don't think it works that way, Mr. Rogan. I don't think... Just a hunch.
You should be really good to be able to talk, really good at what you do. If you want to talk to a fucking 7-year-old about gender identity and sex, and I've seen some of these people with lip rings and fucking blue hair. They.
What? What? Hello? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry. Oh, God. I'm trying to look. I feel like I read some story about this Florida bill, like, actually causing some weird things, but now everything I'm fucking clicking is like, sign up to read the article. I'm not gonna fucking do that. All right, let's continue.
Clearly are ideologically bound. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way they live their life. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them pursuing whatever sexual identity they have and living their life. But I'm saying you should not be the person that talks to children about this, especially if you're a fucking history teacher.
Okay, you know what? Obviously, we don't. This is like really weird and crazy and unhinged. Put that last comment in the back of your mind. All right. Now, as I mentioned before, you may have seen the Surfs talking about that. He wasn't is relatively short. You may have seen the Young Turks talking about that. They were just angry and not really providing much of an argument. But I, like the nerd that I am, decided to do a little bit more research, and I watched the rest of the Joe Rogan Experience episode. That's right, I have lost control of my life and have no longer have a sense of pain. You're welcome. So, oh, Andrew B. Granted, I wouldn't want Joe Rogan to talk to me about sex either. It's interesting you would make a comment like that. It sounds like you also watched the rest of the episode. Let's take a look. I got a clip saved here. I think it's this one.
We don't have.
Alrighty. I got this saved on my my editing drive.
Do that here, but even places like Austin is very progressive. Right. It's probably the most progressive place in Texas.
Where will you put it in the continuum of wokeness compared to, say, the Mecca of Portland, Oregon? Or
not close.
Weird. A weird thing to say.
Not close at all.
But let's carry on.
Still way
more normal.
Okay.
It's tolerant, which is beautiful.
I've never been to Portland. Is it like a not normal place? I don't know. I don't care. That's not what we're here for.
I like tolerance. Look, I don't have any problem with someone who has gender dysphoria. I wish that everyone was happy. I wish everyone, whatever clothes you wear, whatever name you like, whatever identity you choose, it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when you enforce it on other people and then you promote it. And then you make it seem as if it's more for young kids. I've had conversations with kids that are in high school. And one kid was like, it's not just tolerated, it's preferred and rewarded, and you're looked down on if you're heterosexual.
Mr. Rogan, why are you talking to high school kids about their sexuality? Why are you doing that?
Like, he has friends that are queer, and he has friends that are... one of the things we were talking about, he was saying that there's people that just claim non-binary.
Yeah.
And you can get away with non-binary and still have sex with girls and date girls.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? What? Okay. I'm losing my mind. I'm dying here. Let's play that again, shall we?
Tolerated, it's preferred and rewarded, and you're looked down on if you're heterosexual.
Right.
Like, he has friends that are queer, and he has friends that are... one of the things we were talking about, he was saying that there's people that just claim non-binary.
Yeah.
And you can get away with non-binary and still have sex with girls and date girls.
Why are you talking to a high school kid about that? What the fuck? That's fucking weird. I worked at a high school. I never had conversations like that. What the fuck? That's wildly inappropriate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Also, it's really weird that, like, his definition of non-binary includes, oh, you're non-binary, but you can still have sex with teenage girls in high school? That's your definition? What? Why does your mind go to that?
But you just call yourself non-binary, and you can say I'm a they, them. And as long as you don't dress with, like, tank tops and, fucking yoga shorts, like, and so, like, where it's really obvious you're a male,
right.
You can get away with it.
Right.
Like,
anyone else find this, like, really weird and uncomfortable? I'm weird and I'm uncomfortable.
It was the weirdest conversation, because I was like, what is it like in school these days?
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I know so many trans people. And I go, are they really trans? He goes, I don't know. He goes, some of them are being trendy for sure. and a lot of them it's girls that like they didn't fit in before, like perhaps they're
Perhaps there was always something off with them and they just realized it's because they were trans.
awkward socially or whatever, and then they decide to be, either non-binary or trans or they don't want to specify, or they come up with some other gender, or they're pansexual is another one,
right?
Which is like, I guess they're attracted to everybody.
To everything, yeah.
Yeah, which is.
So that speaks, by the way, to the earlier point where we talked about deontological ethics versus consequentialism.
Yeah, I don't think we need to hear about that from Gad said. Okay, that's great, Mr. Rogan. After comments like that, I don't think you get to complain about nose-piercing, blue-haired women being groomers. What the fuck? There's also some more dumb shit.
Ascribe a particular trait to someone who is willing to let themselves go that is kind of a personal injury to your sense of
Gad Sad.
I'm afraid of seeing it in myself.
Gad Sad is so fucking creepy. Not as bad as some of the other people, but
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that people are upset at something they see in other people. It's things that they would never want to see in themselves.
Right.
Like, I don't like liars because I'd never want to see myself lying.
Yeah.
I don't like people that are weak. I don't like people that just give up. It drives me crazy.
Right.
Because I don't ever want to see that in myself.
That's funny. All right. I think I got one more here. I think it's this one.
Your vagina. But no, they're teaching people.
My
There was
vagina.
there was a story about a university that is facetiously teaching people how a biological man would give birth out of his penis.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, this is fucking insanity. This is the ultimate cowardice, the ultimate intellectual cowardice, because they're so...
Wait, he said they're facetiously doing it. That doesn't... That kind of ruins, like, the punch of the rest of this, though, if it's facetious.
Terrified of the madness of the crowds, as Douglas Murray would put it, that they're literally saying, well, when a man gets pregnant, the baby must come out of his penis. Like, what? Are you teaching people this? Like, you're out of your mind. This is... But this is this weird place that we find ourselves in, where truth is not as important as adhering to these ideological principles that are clearly inaccurate.
That's really funny he would end that sentence with that, because when I, like, Google this, I don't see anything, like, mentioning it. It's really weird. Everything that I found is, like, bizarre. Like really weird, like, news channels, like university midwife students taught to care for men giving birth through their penis. What is this? Britain's news channel, GB News? I've never heard of this before. You know what? Maybe we should, like, look at the article before we, like, show it on stream. Just in case, just an idea. Might be a good idea. And we have Graham Linehan in here. Yep. All right, I think we've had it. That was a fantastic thing for him to end it with. It's pretty good. But yeah, I've searched it. I've read this article that I just mentioned. I don't think I have a feeling this isn't true. I don't know what weird Facebook thing Rogan read it from. So I don't really know, like, what he could possibly be referring to. Maybe this is it and he just read the headline. That makes sense. That would be the easiest explanation. All right, we can end the segment. Penis birth. Oh my god. Also, that kind of reveals he doesn't really understand how it would work. He wouldn't really do it through the penis because it's a different. Really, the more analogous comparison is comparing it to the clitoris, but I know Rogan probably doesn't understand what that is either. Okay, that's enough. Happy Fire Festival. Happy Fire Festival indeed. Champion? Who's champion? Is it like... Champion, the wounds of Azeroth need healing! Alright, I think we're probably done. Yeah, I think that's about it. What else do I have in here? Oh, right, there was another... There was another segment in here. 1 second. 1 second. Let me get this. Right, there was one more part of this I forgot to mention. Some of you may be familiar with this already. Vocabulary time. I want to introduce you to 2 Nazi terms. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce these. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, you got this. Seducer and corrupter of youth. C. Groomer. These stereotypes depicted a figure who lured young people into the epidemic of Weimar queer and trans communities. And there's like pictures here. Da 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 da. Blessed Sigma. Blessed Sigma. Anyway, conflating queer trans people with pedophilia helped Nazis rally support for their genocidal policies. Ding 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 ding. 1935, they changed existing Germany anti-sodomy law to make it illegal to even act queer, whatever that's supposed to mean, all in the name of protecting Aryan children. Yep. Kind of like witch hunts. Anyway, we also have this Medium article. I don't know. Republicans borrow another strategy from Nazi Germany. Why do they have this saved? Does he like reference something? This may not be worthwhile. Oh wait, this is from 2002. That's really long. Stereotype of the homosexual as effeminate and degenerate, depraved and corrupt became the unifying view of the homosexual personality and a focus for homophobic hostility. So too did another common stereotype, that of the seducer and corrupter of youth. And then there's the German words. A uniquely dangerous figure who lured normal young men into depravity and thus helped spread the epidemic of homosexuality and helping to marginalize the sexual within the movement's masculine fraternal order. Homophobia played a... Yeah, you got this. You got this. Anyway, now we see it filtered through Joe Rogan. He probably doesn't even realize what he's doing because he's not that smart. But well, that's part of the strategy, isn't it? We get dumb people repeating it, and you know, if we say it enough, some people are going to believe it. All right, we'll end the segment. Okay, I think that's all of our segments. I think we can probably get close to ending the stream now. Blessed Sigma. Okay, what else? That's done. Well, that's done, that's done, that's done. Sweet, I had like a list and I got through it all. Wow. Oh wait, there was a Carrie Lake thing shared. Alright, let's take a look. Fox J shared a Carrie Lake thing in the Discord. What you got for me?
Carrie, we'll start with you. You've called Joe Biden an illegitimate president. What does that mean?
He lost the election and he shouldn't be in the White House. We had a corrupt election.
Carrie, we'll start with you.
Goddamn. Brain rot. All right, we'll look at the whole thing another day. The whole debate another day. It's 4th of July. I don't know if I have anything else left to say on today, unless I don't. Yeah. That was fun. Haven't streamed in a while. That was pretty cool. All right. What do we think? We're doing good? Yeah. All right. Okay, everyone. Oh my god, I just realized that looks like a fucking bullet. It's not. It's not. It's a... Okay. 4th of July celebrations. All right, we're gonna end the stream. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. We got. Hopefully, we'll be doing more streams in the future. This week, yeah. Maybe hopefully I can commit and follow through with it, and not just say that I will, like every other lie I've ever told in my life. The lies are to myself mostly, but they're still lies just the same. Okay. Adios, everyone. Bye. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you care about. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with